This is Sparta!
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We're here. We have arrived. We are in the building. Hello, hello. Hello, collectors around the world. It's your boy, the Slick One, and the entire familia. We are here. We are here. We're live, giving everybody their chances to join us. We got a big show tonight. Of course, you guys know that we got two incredible guests. Everybody knows Marcos, so we're not going to include Marcos in that incredible guest list.
Marcos is a great guest. Oh.
So how's everybody doing? Everybody here? I'm excited to have this incredible panel. We got some more people that are going to be joining us in a little bit. But as of right now, man, I'm really, really excited with everybody that's here. I want to go ahead and welcome everybody that's here on the show right now. And then we'll hit our crowd that's all coming in. They're all lining up. They're coming into the show right now. But we're going to go ahead and start. Everybody go ahead and welcome our boy Crippler in the building. What's going on, Crippler? How you doing, my brother?
Man, I raced back. I was like not supposed to be back till tomorrow. I'm like Canale and Daniel Bell. I'm like, I ain't even get a haircut. I'm like jumping over streetcars like the Hulk. Rah, rah. And then I landed. Just in time, like literally the countdown was going. I was like, oh. But dude, it's an honor to be here with Martin Canale and Daniel Belli. And of course, Critical Mass, Marco Redeemer, Fatal and the Sick One himself. What's up, chat?
So we got Fatal behind the scenes. I'm sure Fatal's working. We can't show him in his uniform. But what's up? What's up, Fatal? How you doing? You just finished having a real big birthday. Happy birthday, my brother. Fatal, are you arresting somebody? Are you there?
I'm here.
You got somebody in a chokehold right now.
What's going on there, buddy? How y'all doing, man?
Just welcoming you to the show, saying hello, and a belated happy birthday. We didn't get to say happy birthday to you live on the show.
Appreciate it, man. You know, getting up there in age, but happy to be aging gracefully. I think it's because I collect statues that I don't really age.
There you go.
Good point. Yeah.
I'm a vampire, man. I'm a vampire.
Critical Math. What's going on,
doing,
my
sir?
brother, Critical Math?
Polystone blood.
You was giving us a Latin class behind the stage.
Sí.
That's what's up.
Sí.
What's going on with you, my brother?
Que bueno. Mucho trabajo, poco dinero. You know, all good.
Too many statues, I think. Mucho statua.
Yes, I can't say no. I'm addicted. I'm addicted. I have to have it.
I know. We are guilty.
Big what's up, and welcome to our boy Unk in the building, aka Redeemer 23 Collectibles. What's up, Redeemer? How you doing, my brother?
What's up to all the crew? God bless you guys. It's a blessing to be on here. I'm humbled that I'm invited on here to be a guest on here with you guys, man. It's just awesome and amazing. This panel is off the chain as always, and I'm just ready to get it in, man.
That's what's up, man. Welcome, my brother. Always welcome. And our boy from across the lake. So our boy Marcos from Collectorzown. What's going on?
Across the lake.
What's popping with you, my boy?
Across the lake? There's only a lake?
Because I'm an alcoholic. Okay.
No, you got to see the size of this lake. It looks like
I drink all
Orchard
week.
Beach in the Bronx.
I drink all week, so then I play soccer on Sunday, and I sweat it all out.
Oh,
You good? Do you play, or do you
I
play?
I play.
Are you good? Like, could
Yes.
you see me if I was to challenge you at StatueCon?
I
If
will
we could
rock
put up
you.
2 goals?
Uh-oh.
I will
Dude,
rock
they call
your
me
ass.
Pele Pele.
Challenge
You know
day.
what?
You,
I'll
Marcos.
rock your ass.
It's challenge day.
Listen,
It's
the last time I tried to play soccer, I fainted. I can probably run from here to my bathroom, and that's enough. I just can't do no more.
Oh no, I still play. I love it.
Wait, Canale? do you
Marco
play?
has an Argentinian blood, Marco. So it's,
blood.
you know, it's
That's
in
why
his
he's
blood.
drinking Fernando.
Fernando.
no, that This is
Not
one.
for it? It's not for
Do
it?
Martin or Dan
No.
play?
I'm keeping
That's
it
what
for
I
the
wanna
show.
Oh, okay.
I'm keeping it for the show.
What's that, creepy?
I was gonna ask, do
And
Canale or
let's give a
Daniel play
big
soccer?
warm welcome.
No, they're artists. They don't.
Because I was
They're
gonna
already-
They don't-
Why not?
That doesn't mean they can't play.
They can.
I play ping pong. Counts?
Ping
play
pong. Oh,
ping pong.
ping
Right, there you go.
pong.
Yeah.
Dude,
Ping pong, a little
every
bit of
time I go to
soccer.
my
Why not?
brother's family's function, we have ping pong tournaments, dude. And we do
Okay,
doubles
perfect.
and everything. Doubles,
Nice.
singles.
And with that being said, let's go ahead and welcome to me two of the best sculptors in the world. Two of the top best sculptors in the
Yeah, you
world.
can say that.
Who's coming?
Let's go ahead and welcome our brothers Daniel Bel and our brother Martin Canale. I like to say that Martin Canale.
Martin
Yeah.
Canale.
That's like you're
Martin.
like we're in the mob
Martin.
or something.
Yeah.
We're
Martin
in the
Canale.
mob, man. Estamos en la mafia.
Martin
Cosa nostra.
Well, thank you for the invitation.
Thank you so much, guys.
Big welcome to the show, man. A lot of people out there are huge fans of you guys. I'm a big fan of both you guys. I love your art, and everything that you do with your pieces and everything like that. So that's amazing, and I'm honored to have both of you on the show at the same time here in America. So it's pretty dope. It's pretty exciting. I know we got a lot of the guys already joining in on the panels. They all lining up and that. So we expecting a pretty good show today. We got a lot of things to talk about today. A lot of excitement. Of course, the excitement of the big, gigantic Collectorzown STATUECON that's going to be happening in Michigan next month. It's come that fast. July 11th, 14th. It's came really fast, and of course, we're going to be talking Sideshow as well, because everybody knows that Sideshow has been doing an amazing run this year, an incredible run this year with all of these badass quarter scale releases that they've been putting out, and it's like the return of the quarter scale premium format statues. It's a lot of good stuff going on, man. I really love it. I love the pieces that's coming out, and I'm glad everybody's doing well. I'm glad everybody's healthy. I'm glad everybody's able to be here. And to everybody out there watching, God bless all you guys. And y'all already know what it is. And thank you for following. Thank you for supporting all of us here on this panel. I know everybody follows everybody's channels here. Everybody supports Marcos and everything like that. So, man, we just got so much to talk about, man. And we're going to set it off with what's going to be going on. Next month is finally here. It's like right around the corner, man. This is incredible.
Yep.
We waited all these months for this. We've been talking about it for several months of how big this brand new show that will be launched hopefully every single year. This is last year Marco started it, but it's nothing like this year. This year is it's gigantic. It's very big, and I'm excited for him. I'm excited for all of us to get together and come under this big statue arena and just meet each other, have fun with each other, and talk statues and talk all kind of new stuff. And maybe we could whisper things inside of Martin's ear and Danielle's ear and be like, "Hey, guy, what's coming out?" You know what I'm saying? What's new? What's coming out? But Collectorzown has been working on this for quite a while. This has been a year in the making. It's finally here. He has so many things going on, man. with who's participating. You got to see the itinerary. When it was sent to me, I thought he'd send me a Bible. So I was like, holy crap. Yeah. I was like, oh my God. So there is definitely so many things to do over there. Everything is scheduled from partying to dinners to walkthroughs to meeting all these different companies for you guys to meet two of the best sculptors on the planet in person. You know what I'm saying? You got Daniel Bel, Martin Canale again. There's going to be a lot of artists out there, a lot of everything, a lot of YouTubers, a lot of content creators. We're all going to be out there together. Hopefully we can mend friendships. Hopefully we can come together and hug and everybody have fun. You know what I'm saying? Because this is what it's all about.
I want a lot of
This
films.
is what it's all about.
It's like whatever. Like I'm down to fight too.
Yeah.
Fight outside. That's good. You can do that.
Don't get me in.
Lots of filming. I want lots of filming.
Last year when I was there, I had the pleasure to meet a lot of people that follow the channel, and I left there with great friendships to this day. So this is another great thing about this event, that you'll be able to create really good friendships with good people, and you finally get to meet people in person, which is going to be awesome. I can't wait to do that. So Marcos, let's talk about the event. Let's talk about the day that it starts, the day that it finishes, and everything in between. What we got scheduled, what we got going on.
Okay, good question, because it's always changing, right? So the sooner it's getting closer and closer, and the closer it gets, the more I drink. It is very stressful.
No pressure, my friend.
No pressure.
No pressure. Relax.
It's very stressful getting cars and getting. I talked to catering today, which seems really good. But all the venues are set. So there's venues already set. There's side venues that we're just going to go with it. You know, if you're there on a Thursday or Friday and I say, hey, let's go for a couple hours, we're going to winery. Mm-hmm. You can go that way. And I'll say, you know, your first 500-600 on me. Come on, let's have some wine, or come back. Or you'd be, hey, I'm going to the beach with the family. All right, see ya. I'll see you later. So, but the primary thing to do is Thursday, we're going to open up 9:30. Every day is 9:30. Mm-hmm. And then little by little things start changing. People start coming in. People are going to meet for the first time. So it's just going to be this explosion of, you know, just happiness each time. So it's every little moment. But that's what happened last time at the grand opening. People met for the first time, and it was just holy shit, you know, big hugs and stuff. You're gonna have a drink, walk around. You're gonna have a lot of statues. I think Sideshow sent me Sideshow just sent me a palette of 35 pieces. Okay,
Dang.
so that's just in addition. They send me 2 8x8 banners as well too. So Sideshow's just killing it, man. They love this so much. They're just killing it. So they're sending that. Then Anthony and I, PCS, are talking about what we're going to bring. It just depends on what is done, what's not done. Okay. So what I'm saying is Thursday, I have an itinerary of who's filming. Some people are going to go live. Some people are going to go Instagram. I got locals coming in. You got people who are not even on the list who are showing up. They're just messaging me. I'm like, you know what? I'm going to leave you off the list. Keep you a surprise. Mm-hmm. Come on in. So I expect lots of filming. Thursday, like I said, there's a private. Okay, so the Thursday thing is a private dinner. That one you have to pay, sign up in advance. There's only 5 slots left, maybe 4. I mean, it's almost sold out. And it really, I can sell it out now. I can just say done, because there is no specific number I need. Done. Mm-hmm. That's it. And that one. You have to pay, but it includes drinks and food and whatever. And it's very private. It's a private dinner with all the guys and us and the artist. And Anthony will be in there too, and Jesse. There's, you know, we keep throwing it to Martin and Danny, but there are other Sideshow artists. I mean, like, you know, Anthony's now he's a project manager, painter. He's been with Sideshow forever. Jesse, I don't know. I think he was born in Sideshow. I mean, the guy's like 20 years now. I don't know. That guy's like
he was born and raised in the Sideshow.
Social media guy. I'd love to meet him.
Born in it.
So that's just Thursday, because then after that you have the dinner, and then we're going out. I mean, some of us are going home. Good night. But I party, man. Get ready. I'll take you to some bars in the middle of the woods. Let's go. You ready? Let's go. Let's just party.
Out there in the woods with a crossbow.
Yeah, let's go.
What's
I
your
got
go-to
you covered.
dance
I know
move?
every cop in town. We're all good. Go out, do that. Then Friday we do it again. 9:30 opens up again. But this time, as my wife is waving. Okay. So Friday is even more people. Just like when a regular con, when you go to a Comic-Con or anything like that. Fridays and Saturdays are always the bigger days. People are, they're off work, they're coming into town. Bigger, more. We're going to be out. Fridays are a little more of a bigger dinner. Depends on who's coming. I've already kind of invited the people who are coming. Some of the artists won't be there. They got their own things going, but that dinner's on me. All right. We're going to do that. I already have the catering for that. Saturday, we're going to do another dinner. A kind of closing it off and stuff. But between Friday and Saturday, I think Sig might go live. Crippler might go do something else, filming this. Fado will be doing this.
Doing a lot.
Yeah, there are giveaways. There's tons of giveaways. There's 4 or 5. There's 4 statue giveaways just for 2 dinners. Sideshow's giving out a couple of merch things. I got some merch. Some people bringing shirts. Some people they're just throwing stuff at people. Just here. Enjoy the hobby. And that's just Thursday, Friday, Saturday. Sunday, I will be open until 5. Yes, people will come in, but it's a more chill day. People are leaving, they're going to the airport. You know what I'm saying? Because after this week, Danny and Martin have to get ready for Sideshow Con, right? They got to get ready for that. And maybe they throw you they won't do San Diego Comic-Con, but then after that, San Diego Comic-Con. So it's 3 weeks of just non-stop stuff. So the dinners are almost filled up. Everything's filled up. Everything's ready to go. I got to get this life-size Thanos built. It takes 6 people.
It's still not built.
It's still not built. I can't move it. I'm trying to move it. And then, Sig, do you have any of those pictures of the statue, the exclusive I got from Iron Studio?
Yep. Sure.
Are we going to talk about that now or later or what?
We could talk about it right now.
Brother? Okay. So, I did announce it on Friday because it was the Iron Studio Insider Day. They have every month. Iron Studio has a reveal. Okay, they reveal all their pre-orders for 30 days. Mm-hmm. Okay, they close out their old pre-orders and they bring in new stuff. So it took me a year and change to get that statue right there. Okay, yeah. Now the statue is completely different than what everybody's used to. And we did it on purpose. It took me a year and change, and we had to jump through so many hoops and figure out everything, and it was nuts. But this right here, people ask me, well, why? Some people are like, well, why? Man, you got your first exclusive. So this is, I'm the only one in the U.S. can sell this. Okay, that's what makes it exclusive. Okay, it's if anybody knows about soccer, this is a soccer legend. Just in general, soccer legend. He is from Argentina, but he's a soccer legend. But the big question is, why did you go with soccer? Like, this is America. Why the hell are you doing soccer? I go, you don't understand. This individual right here, regardless of whatever you feel about the sport, whatever you feel, everybody can compare to this guy. Everybody can relate to this guy because you're talking about a 4K. Let's do this as the American way of doing it, okay? A lot of kids here in the United States broke as hell from the hood, jump into sports, okay? When they realize there are sports, they're really good at this sport, they try to get out of their situation through sports, and then they make it, okay? This is exactly he's Argentinian soccer player, but he came from, when you say poor compared to the poor in America and poor in Argentina, it's different levels of poor. Levels. Okay. So this is an icon because of that. Okay. I wanted a human being. I didn't want us because it's always a superhero. It's always it's always something from a pop culture. And this, I was like, yes, I want a soccer guy. And everybody looked at me like I was crazy. I go, there's no Diego Maradona anything anywhere. But the thing about it, the true genius about this was, he is a kid. He is a young, poor kid from the poorest of places, and he became something incredible. Regardless of what he, you know what I mean? You know, there's controversy. Everybody has controversy. I don't really care. But this is an individual who, man, you know, he brought this level of and lived life and whatever. So this is our first one. We're going to plan. I don't know about any more soccer ones, but this is a proud moment for us as a company, for our studio to trust us and say, yes, we will make this for you. They're making it. They're producing it. They're making the boxes. They're making everything for it. So that's our new exclusive. So
congratulations, man.
Thank you. And we'll have a sample of it from China. We'll have it at the show so you can see it. We have it.
Well, that's
so
pretty badass.
It's not just a soccer player to us. It's that person is just like hope. The same thing happens here, man. In the United States, same thing happens here. You got a kid from dirt poor Georgia, or it's just you name it. You name it. We all came from it. Especially if you're from America, you know it. And how people in the world think America has it. America's a very tough country. You got to make it, okay? Mm-hmm. But same thing. He made it. He made it. He made it. And he never looked back and said, "Wow, those people." He always gave back. Always gave back. So, anyways, enough for you,
Marcos.
Yes, sir.
Marcos, what's in that cup?
This is a private stock Captain with Coke. It's like top shelf Captain Morgan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I'll give you some of the show if you want.
So everybody that's out there that's watching, if you want to go to the to the StatueCon over there in Michigan, go ahead and go to the Collectorzown Cantina on Facebook and look it up. Go ahead and join the cantina like always, because you know the Collectorzown always giving out great deals and everything. And you got so because you get a lot of different statues and all kind of stuff from Sideshow, hot toys and everything from over there at his store as well. But if you want to go and you want to get more information about that, you can always get in contact with Marcos. You could get in contact with pretty much any of the guys here on the panel. Pretty much all of us are going, and we have all the information for you guys. We will forward you the Bible, so you can know what's going on.
It's growing. And, the more the Bible grows.
And it's been growing for a year, so it's really, really crazy. It's going to be cool. It's going to be exciting. I can't wait for that to happen. So, also, a great thing about
lost.
Oh,
popped.
AI got him, boys.
Chili comes back. So since you said Bible,
you know, this
would be the book of Marcos.
Incredible
I was
sculptures.
at the 8th grade graduation. All those pictures taken today are going to be on the news in the not too distant future.
What is happening?
I'm sorry? You were in some of them? No. I'm just saying, because what's the picture they put up with these motherfuckers when something happens?
It's a fatal thing going on.
It's the only fuck.
He did.
He's muted.
He's having a real conversation.
Hey, Marcos, I have a quick question.
There's another show going on. I don't know.
Who's
that?
There's a lot of people. What'd you say, Crippler? Go ahead.
A quick question. So, yeah. So are people inside, you know, we do our live shows, these content creators and statues. We say a lot of things about certain statues. What type of protection are you offering at StatueCon from the artist? That
Protection?
Yeah, are you offering security for us? I don't want Canale to like just drop me with one kick to the chin.
I'm gonna beat your monkey ass.
I don't want Daniel Bella.
I'm on their side.
Crippler, you forgot you're bringing security with you.
No. Oh, there we go. You
forgot you're bringing security with you.
No, I'm actually excited to get to talk to you guys in person and see some of your stuff and pick your brains and all of that good stuff. I think that's going to be the highlight. Besides meeting, like hanging out with Shane, Sick, and everybody that's going, getting to talk to you guys is going to be super fun. So
it'll be a pleasure. We'll be
Yep.
there for that. So
Same here.
that's the idea.
I can't wait.
That'll be awesome, man.
All right, back to you, Sick. I'm sorry.
Just want to get to and of course, if anybody want to jump in and ask questions or anything like that, you can do that. Feel free to do that. So you know, like I said, we got the the great pleasure of having Marcos bring us tools of the greatest sculptors out there for that we collect from, and that we look forward to seeing pieces from, and their pieces are just incredible. So, and I can't wait to personally meet Daniel and personally meet Martin in person. This is pretty cool. We had Daniel Bell on here on the show for a few times, but I know it's going to be a whole different vibe when we're all together and we're all around each other, and everybody gets to know each other personally and stuff like that. So it's going to be pretty cool. So I don't even know who to start with, because the both of you guys are really like, man, you know what I'm saying? A lot of people have been waiting to see you guys, and I'm asking you guys questions and everything. But let's go ahead and let's start with Martin Canale, because everybody, you know, already met Daniel and everything like that. So let's get ahead and meet the man of the hour, one of the men of the hour, and let's get ahead and meet Martin. Martin, how you doing? How you doing, my brother? Welcome to the show.
Very well. Thank you so much for the invitation. So, yeah, nice to be here.
And where you live from right now? Where you coming in live from?
Buenos Aires.
Where at?
Buenos Aires.
Rico,
Buenos
you know
Aires.
Rico and Carmen?
Come on, guys. That's Argentina.
Starship Troopers?
Learn your geography, man. Learn geography. Right? Buenos Aires is Argentina, right?
Yeah.
But the dude has he's got a yacht in Spain. He's got a helicopter in South Africa. He travels.
Who you are talking about?
Hey Martin, you got a lot of pieces behind you, man. Or what are those pieces you got back there behind you, my brother?
Oh, it's
see, you got your own collection going on right there.
There are some presents, some
classics.
gifts. Other some pieces from Argentina, all comics, and the most is coming from Sideshow. So all the stuff I has been doing from 2004.
See that Joker behind him? That Joker piece.
I want that Joker.
Yeah.
I want that Joker.
You're gonna see. I have a copy of it. I have one to show so you can see it.
A few things.
Oh wow!
And still a lot of pieces are on the boxes, so I need to.
That's nice, man. Look at him. Wow.
That Venom.
He's
is
a real
the best.
collector.
That Venom, I think, is still,
my own stuff.
I think that still is. I think that's the best Venom ever made.
Which one? The one that's small right there?
Yeah, I got that one. That's just always been my favorite Venom.
Me too.
So
That's pretty cool, man.
Some
Martin,
memorabilia.
So tell us about yourself, man, with your career and everything like that, and where you started, and how you ended up in Sideshow, and let's start with that right there.
Oh well, I started in Sideshow in 2004,
connection problems.
and my first time in USA was on 2000 when I went to the first San Diego Comic Con in my life. So my mind was out of my head. I mean, I meet a lot of people I just knew by magazines. At that time, internet was not something to use or common here. So I was a big collector of Amazing Modeler, Kid Builders magazine, of this kind of garage kits and pieces that I try to learn from what I saw there, because I learned by myself. I started doing some drawing, and at some points I found it was not good enough, or at least I was not able to do in drawing what I have in my head. So I started playing with some epoxy, and I like what they have there, and from there I start doing figures, statues. In the beginning was some kind of original stuff, because I was just doing by myself for hobby, and doing different kind of jobs on nothing related with the sculpture on the beginnings. But with the time I get lucky to go in the studio that doing some kind of effects. So I learned some molding and sculpting for masks and prostheses and prosthetic things. And in the meantime, I was learning how to do silicone molds because the pieces I was doing on the beginning was one of the kind. So I never knew how to do a copy of that. So trying to learn how to do some reproduction of my stuff. And with the time, I started selling some original pieces in a comic store here, thanks to a good fella collector of everything, Gustavo Melelia, who bring to this shop. So, and from there, I started working in the local market, doing some kind of toys for Warner or Disney or these kind of things. By the 2000, I have some pieces done. I have some books. I have some contact with USA, and an Argentinian artist, comic Argentinian artist, told me that I was on the necessity to go to San Diego Comic-Con because he wanted to present to Humberto Ramos. He's a Mexican artist. At that time, he was working with Dynamic Forces. That was a company doing distribution from figures and doing collectibles. And that was my first connection with the American market. So I started working for Dynamic Force at that time. From 2000 to 2004, every year, I collect money and going to the San Diego, getting a table, making contacts. In 2004, I get my first contact with Sideshow. At that time, they was working with Weta, with Weta Collectibles. And from 2002 to 2004, every single month, sending some updates from the work I was doing to Sideshow. Till 2004, we received an email from Sideshow giving us our first project to doing for there. So after that, that was the Green Goblin, the premium format. And cool. After that, they invite to go to California, to Sideshow headquarters. And then was when they proposed us to be exclusive and working from just for Sideshow. So from that moment till now, 20 years pass.
Wow.
And a lot of figures make the background. So yeah.
Wow, that's awesome.
Short, long, resume. So, yeah, starting from the traditional and now working on digital. So complete.
That's amazing. You can do that. That you're doing traditional, and then you have to learn to do all.
Yeah, that was part of the. I mean, I never went to any place to learn. So the way I have to learn was doing research and test and playing with different stuff and thinking, hey, what if I do this, or I try with this material, or doing on this way. So the digital was something like that as well. So like I said, I stopped doing drawings. I never drew again. I don't like how I draw, but to present the concepts or the ideas for Sideshow to be approved, we need to send the designs, the 2D designs. So I started using old software that called Poser, that have some 3D mannequins you can put in poses and create some basic element. So I was using that to create the scene of the characters, and then I send the image of the capture of the 360 to a professional drawer. He do the translation from my mannequins to the actual characters. And from there, we send that to approval to Marvel, DC, or the license was. So from that moment, I start playing with the digital things. Time after comes the first version of the ZBrush. So I start playing with the idea of, okay, what happens if I use this 3D model I create in Poser and bring to the ZBrush and try to close the shapes a bit more from the character.
Yeah.
So that was like a process, right?
it's amazing.
the middle of the traditional. So, and when the times in Argentina wasn't yet any kind of high resolution printing, we start doing some like 60 or 70% of the sculpting digital, printing low resolution with the key and the shapes and the general forms, and finishing by hands over the piece printed in low res. So we add the layers of muscles with epoxy and other materials till get finished, but we already have the proportions and the key cuts all done in digital and printed in low resolution. So when the time comes from almost all the industry to move, jumping from the traditional to the digital, I was already with a good base to play with. So.
Wow.
And here we are.
And here we are.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and guys, what we're
Daniel
doing
Bell-
is we're looking at all the pictures that we're looking at right now are Canale's creations, the sculpts, his work.
Yeah, this
Of
one
course,
was a collaboration with Marco Oluf. This one, the Hulk versus Hulkbuster. He did the sculpt on the Hulkbuster, the robot. I worked on the green and.
Oh, nice, Marco. I didn't know you sculpt. And
No,
you're gonna be at
different
STATUECON too? I know, I'm just kidding.
No, this guy, no.
Marcus
This guy.
I do everything. You know what I'm saying?
You know,
Yeah,
a
couple of drinks,
a
I'll
little
sculpt.
favor you did for him. Just a little favor. So
Yeah, I did the rock base. You see that base? I did all the rocks.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, nice texture.
He said, didn't you know?
I got
Nah,
a quick
it's awesome.
question for you, Canale, if you don't mind. So, Daniel, sort of, when Daniel came in, he mentioned that you mentored him a bit.
Right.
What was a little bit? What was Daniel? What was the biggest thing Canale taught you? The thing that had the most impact on the way you sculpt today?
Many things. Many things.
Many things.
I mean,
Many things.
I only share very basic things. He already bring with all his magic skills already. So.
No, but I think the way he usually sees the sculpt, the pieces are kind of unique. He has a great eye, and I think the eye is everything for any artistic thing you do. It's really important to have an eye, to have criteria, perspective, to be able to see the whole picture, then go to the details, and don't lose in the process. So I think it helped me a lot in different projects. I can name, of course, I will not remember everything, but every single time we share the images and of the process when we are sculpting anything, any of the pieces we're doing, and I don't know. I think one of the things I remember right now that helped me a lot when I was introduced to the let's say the realm of the superhero sculpt, it is like if you make a superhero with a 7.5 head proportions, it's going to look like a guy in a costume, like a cosplayer, which is doesn't any. I mean, if you want to create a really superhero, you need to break that mold and make some things, play with some of the proportions of the body. Could be the waist, could be the head, could be different things. Martin has a kind of unique way to see those details, and I think it helped me a lot to put the same things in my sculptures as well. So I learned a lot. This is just for mentioning just one thing, but I think
awesome.
the most important it is to see this profession in a different way, because we are not sculpting humans, we are sculpting superheroes taken from the comics,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
should look like that. So it helped me a lot.
What's your favorite statue Canale did? And then you can answer these questions for Daniel too after Canale.
Oh, I have a few.
What is your number one?
One of my recent ones, it is Constantine. You didn't see it yet. but
Oh, but that is fair. I mean,
is that recency bias or is that the one?
No, I saw it. I saw it. It's wonderful. It's beautiful.
I
It's
can't wait
beautiful
to
sculpture.
see it now.
And
He
other
did mention
one.
that last time we talked, though. The concept team multiple times, so I think that's legit.
And I also mentioned it, Weapon X. You haven't seen it yet.
Yeah,
you will. You will soon. You will soon. But from the ones you saw it, when you mentioned that Venom, he did on Super Sculpting, in traditional way. I love that statue. Yeah, sculpted epoxy. I love that statue. I love it. It has a unique, interpretation of the volume, of the posture, the gesture, and I think at that time it is made by hand, so all those tiny details were made with some augmentation glasses, right, Martin? Some working a lot of detail, a lot of time, playing with baking stuff, trying to see I don't know, in a different scale. Those. And I tried that at my beginnings, and it's so hard. It's so hard to sculpt. Of course, you will find many traditional sculptors that, for example, Mark Newman, who also work in this realm too. But it's so hard to think that he could do those tiny details. I remember seeing pictures of the tongue. And all those tiny dentations and kind of musculatures doing. That was
all
awesome. All wax, yeah. Well, even better, You don't have control. Yeah, you don't have undo there.
So
you don't have that.
You did a lot of stuff by hand before getting into digital sculpting, Canale.
Yeah, all the stuff I did before the 100% digital was by hand. So, and using different techniques. So it's coming from a polymer clay, like a super sculpey, going to wax, transfer to silicons to get a solid piece. Because the other things was a real pain in the ass, was shipping the masters from Argentina to USA.
Oh, shoot.
So the shipping of the pieces was always 45 kilograms, special boxes from FedEx with foam we buy and we cut with electric saw and things to keep outside the limits of the box and pray that nothing happened on the shipping. So yeah, it was a different time. Yeah.
Wow. Do you miss that or no? It's like
I enjoy it on that moment. I mean, right now I'm very comfortable working with digital, especially for commercial things.
Yeah.
Like it's digital now. The change and the request of doing adjustment is more frequent, and we were working on by hand. So it's way easy. Also, I mean, it's amazing when you can play with your hands and try to express yourself with pieces. But when you do this commercially, you are not only in your hair or expressivity, you depend of approvals or things that sometimes you need to change, and it's a lot of work to going back.
It's easier to do it in the file.
It's easy in relation with you don't need to redo everything from zero.
Over.
Yeah. Another thing is, I mean, this is killing your eyes working screen close like this. But the materials with the times, resins, epoxies, and all this stuff is not too safe too. So it's a balance things. Now it's a little more, yeah.
How was it working together with this piece right here?
I mean, before doing this like official piece, working in collaborations officially, we all the time we send files what I'm doing to Danny. Hey Danny, what do you think about this? What do you can see or tell me, or how do you think this anatomy is working with the pose? And he showed me his work. So we are all the time sharing what we are doing. It's not like how we will doing that, because we already have a workflow, right? In going back and comments. So this project give us the possibility to do official what we was already doing, each one in his own projects, but with the supervision or review by the other. So I really enjoyed this. This was to myself something really.
How did the decision come to make this piece, like to have the concept and all of this stuff? I know
the concept was done by Richard Long. By when he did that was in 2017. But again, like we have a big list of projects. When we received that was in 2020 or 21, something like that. But by that moment, another company, a Japanese one, bring something very, very close to the original this concept that Richard did. Very similar in proportions, in pose. So we decided to do a little alteration from the original, trying to get our own versions and get out from the other piece already on the market. So at that time, each one was doing his own projects, maybe with some assistance for some element of the base. But when this piece come and the idea was doing in 1/4 scale, so okay, this need to be something big and incredible. So who you will like to work with this piece? So you can choose anyone to work with you on this piece. So obviously, this guy, Mr. Daniel, was on the top of the list. So to him was Jorge Villar adding to do all the work on the base and the assistance for the element that is a crazy amount of things going around with many pieces and small parts that create this crazy feeling of madness in the scene. And obviously I was with a big desire to do another Joker, so it was easy to me. Okay, I keep the Joker. I knew that Daniel wants to do a young version of Batman. He was just finished to the Dark Knight, right?
Mm-hmm.
Daniel?
I think so. Yeah, I think so.
So, well,
this is a real good looking piece. This like you said, there is a lot going on, but when you look at what's going on, all the pieces, it looks like you guys just put in in every piece of detail that's in every piece that's in here. You guys didn't have no stops into the detail and the texturing that you guys put into all these pieces, like the wood. Like if you look at that part right there with this right here, I don't know what you would call that, the teeth with the metal teeth thing there.
Yeah,
Bite me.
Chatter teeth.
The detail.
Chatter teeth.
Yeah, it looks like metal.
Bite me.
It looks like pretty. It looks really nice. It looks like metal. The teeth look rotten. The gums, the detail. You can see the wetness on the gums, and you can see where he bit into the wood. I mean, the detail, the attention to detail on this is really, really good. The wood grain, everything about it just looks really good, man.
The painting done by Bernardo is amazing. The times and dedication and study on the elements and texture of the materials. It's really impressive as well. It's not only the texture on the sculpt, if not the translation to the painting. It's really amazing.
Everything, even to the detail of the cards and the dirt and all the weathering and the wear and tear.
Yeah.
The card on fire. Man.
That's gonna be two boxes, man. Good. This is 2 boxes. It's gonna be
3 boxes.
Yeah, it has to be.
Or $3. Dang.
No.
How do you guys choose the flame material?
2 boxes.
That's a lot of detail under, yeah.
Yeah.
Man, this is just good.
Two quarter scales, the base, every little piece, everything that goes with it.
Yeah.
2 boxes should be enough.
2 boxes should be enough. I agree.
2 boxes. Hey, I got a question, man. you guys used to be traditional sculptors, both of you, right? And I know things are supposed to be getting easier with the technology to make these pieces, and we don't really see anything traditionally sculpted today as much, right? I think Weta did some stuff more recently, but which one do you enjoy better, digitally or doing it traditional by hand?
Again, if you are working for yourself, something personal, I really enjoy doing by hand.
Yeah.
But when you are working for commercial, it's way practical. It's not easy. It's more practical because doing in traditional projects full screen by hands took me 3 months of work. Doing digital took me 3 months of work because it's not just, you start like with the clay or whatever, and you do in one day a lot of things. You need to do different stages. So in the beginning, you need to start play with the pose and the proportions and setting all the elements to get in balance. When you get that, you start cleaning each individual part and moving them from a little heavy mesh, adding the tiles and on each individual stage of the process. So it's more practical, but it's not easy than doing by hand. So, have the same amount of time consuming and dedication, but with different tools.
Yeah, in my case, I think it's the same. I don't have the same traditional background that Martin has because I almost my relationship with the traditional art, it was too fast, let's say, too quick. I only spent a year or something like that. But if I have to do something, let's say in terms of, I don't know, an anatomy forms, anatomy statue, not details, but just anatomy, it is, you can't compare the feeling of being working with your hands and using the lighting of your house or whatever, or the, I don't know, daylight or whatever, and using the tools you have created, rather than just looking to a monitor. It's so different. But if I have to work on details and nice textures and intricate forms, well, in my case, my personal case, I can't do that in traditional, so I will choose digital. But it's like Martin said, I prefer 100, I don't know how many times, 1,000 times more to be working with my hands. In a big, million times, in a bigger scale, and just playing, different angles, so you can see. You don't have to wait to print it. It's there. It's taking form while you're working. So it's a beautiful thing to do. And actually, I tried a couple of months ago, a couple of years ago, actually, I tried to do something again in traditional after being working for so long in digital, and I can't do it. It's like I need to take classes of traditional because you forget like to, let's say, to translate what you're seeing in a 2D screen, even if you're working with a perspective and you're playing with, let's say it is a perspective that is giving you the feeling that it is 3D, but it's not 3D. It's plain, right? So if you want to translate that in a physical world, and you're working with your hands and you seeing with your eyes and the volume and the perspective, and it is so different that to me it was so difficult to try. But I think. At the same time, I think it's a nice thing to do if you want to keep polishing your abilities. I think it's like drawing. I don't draw, but I know if I take classes of drawing, could make me a better, or could, I don't know, polish something that I don't doing good in digital.
Everything good, my friend. So you don't need to go on there. Trust me. Look at this. Your first female.
Muy caliente.
Sick. Is it cool if I can ask a question?
Six not there. Go ahead and do it.
No.
Yeah.
Real
okay.
quick, Redeemer. I'm just gonna say peace. I just ran here just so I can show support for StatueCon. I'll let everybody know I'm gonna be there, but I have to drop off and feed the kids. But of course, I wanted to say what's up to Martin and Daniel Bell. I look forward to meeting you guys.
July 11, 12, 13, 14.
Exactly. I'll be there. I'll be there 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm going to be there a day early. So I'm excited to get to meet you, shake your hand, talk shit, all of that good stuff. Sick, dude. Thank you for the invite. It's always a pleasure to be here with you guys. And of course, Darashi, Critical Mass, Marco, Redeemer, all of you guys. Have fun. Have a great conversation. I'm going to have y'all on the iPad while I cook.
Go.
Feed them babies.
Have a good night, man.
All that for chicken tenders. That's all you're gonna do. Chicken tenders, microwave.
What's that?
But he made it. You saw how he made it.
Wow. Yeah, it's not that hard.
What's those Tyson's
handmade pasta?
Frozen Tyson chicken nuggets.
Bullshit. Rather chicken tender and a apple. Cut it.
All right. My question is this: like, I don't see too many museum poses. Not that I would like that. I like more dynamic poses. But which you guys? It's like a two-part question. Which do you guys really prefer as far as like, I'm not talking about like for ease or in your work, but which do you guys prefer aesthetically for you? And it's more pleasing for you, the dynamic pose or the museum pose, and why?
Both. I mean, in my case, I like to jumping from one to the other because that gives you some special flavor. If you do all museums, it's like at some point it's like a boring. So getting the chance to alternate between, but what to me is, and I think the Daniel is the same things, is no matter if that is a dynamic pose or museum pose, you need to tell something with that pose. There need to be some story, something happen with the character and with the environment. So always you have that clear and you can translate that to the piece, and the collector or the person on the other side of the piece can catch that. That is the best you can do. So
yeah, it's kind of the same for me, but on top of that, I think it's case by case. It depends of the character. Some characters looks way better in museum pose rather than doing something really crazy, or sometimes for me it is if I didn't do, let's say, for example, I'm going to make a Thor. I did a Thor, right? I did a Thor in a very dynamic pose. Okay, I don't want another dynamic pose. I want just a museum, because the only way you can see, let's say, how tall he is, how big he is, sometimes it is to have it just stand, a museum. Yeah. Could be a museum more dynamic. It doesn't need to be so, kind of stuck in just strike a pose, could be something more dynamic with some, like, for example, when I did Captain America, he's a museum, but he's a little bit, has contrapposto, which is the twist, the waist towards the one side, the shoulders to another side. You can play with that. Or Bataker, for example. Bataker, it is a museum, but at the same time, it's doing some actions with her body. So it's not just stand straight, But I think it is case by case, and sometimes I think it depends on the mood, At least in my case, sometimes it is. Sure. I feel this character like a museum,
Yeah.
And it's so weird. I don't have a way to do things. Like, for example, if I have to do another Badger, maybe I would love to do a museum again, sometimes some characters, I don't feel them like jumping or doing some crazy stuff. Sometimes I feel them doing, for example, Colossus or Silver Surfer. When I did Silver Surfer, yeah, I mean, I don't think he's a really dynamic character. Yeah, you can have them for example, to Silver Surfer surfing in his on his table, but it's not that type of character that is like a Wolverine that is always like in a rage mode, in a beast mode, and is going to do some crazy things. Batman is very organic. You can do whatever as you please, and it's going to be okay because he's always doing something different. But yeah, I would say it is a case by case, and I enjoy both. And but sometimes it is about the mood. It's sometimes about the character and what I'm doing. For example, if right now I'm working on a very dynamic piece that is, I don't know, giving me crazy with anatomy or some things you have to solve, the next project you need. You want something more, I want to say relaxed, but at least not so crazy, so your mind can have some moment of distress. Yeah, some calm. But yeah,
I have an observation. I'm looking through my phone. Because you forget, like, Martin did a Captain America recently. He did a Taskmaster.
Best Captain America out there. Just in case.
It was beautiful. I had
it. It is beautiful. I say it in person. It's amazing.
I got that Taskmaster. I love it.
A Taskmaster. Okay. But then
it's right behind
me. That, Martin, you did a Bane, right? That big Bane back in the day?
Yeah.
Okay. But then Daniel does a Bane. Okay.
Yeah.
And then you do a Batman, and then he does a Batman. He does a Captain America, and then you do a Captain America. And then the Thor, I remember the Thor, the past Thor, that one sold out. That one's gone. That left so fast. So is this, do you guys talk about that or what? Is it, you do a Captain, he does a Captain, or just...
We are competing all the time. We're competing to see who's making the best.
I already did.
Yes.
I mean, Captain America, I worked with that character so many times. When we start with the first things I did was on Captain America versus Red Skull 1/8 scale diorama.
Wow.
Then the 1/4 scale, the original one. Then the bust. Then so there is always an opportunity to do a Captain America and Batman, a Superman, a Thor. So it's not any kind of competition there. Everyone can do his own, and that is the good things. If you are a collector and you like the character, you can have the best of each one in that character. So
do you even know?
I'm sorry. No, I will say that also you can see there when you do the same character, you can see that you can make it totally different from each other, and then you will have not just the chance, if you're a fan of the character, you can buy them all and that is fine, but sometimes the character, it is not suitable for you or for you, and you're waiting for a different version, and for example, when Martin did Bane, it was the version of like a monster Bane, it's huge, is big. And when I had the chance to do it, I said, okay, I'm going to go with the classic version. More, let's say, human body like. It's still big, because it's big. So we don't have to repeat it again. And then you can see that for those who didn't like or don't collect those type of characters, you can collect, okay, now this version. Or vice versa, I think that's the nice part of repeating the characters, because sometimes people or collectors say that I understand the position of again the same character. It is
but it's not the same.
Different interpretations.
Artists, exactly. Each artist take that character, because we are always talking about comic characters. We are not talking about doing a likeness of an actor, right? So if you just on that base, how many artists did Bane in how many different ways, and Batman, and you are not doing a copy paste of the artist's style when you are doing an sculpture. So you are doing an interpretation of what you have around and what is more attractive to you? What is your influence? For example, in my case, all things big and deformer and like Olivetti style, Simon Beasley, that kind of extreme interpretation of the shapes is what I more like when I play with these kind of big guys. But that is not the taste for everyone. And it's lucky to us, there is a plenty of variety or difference in the artists who work in this industry. So you can have the version one. That's the good thing.
You just came out the Deathstroke, no? That one's yours, I mean, no?
Yeah.
The Deathstroke, that one sold out. I mean, but do you even remember? Sig, I mean, do you guys even? Probably Rashid knows, but he came out with a Thor. That Thor was in and out of the market so fast.
Which one?
He came out with a Thor when he's swinging the hammer around, right? It was super fast.
No, yours.
Yeah, that one I remember selling and it was over with. This is a bad picture. You can't see it. You see that Thor?
Yeah.
That one.
Yeah, well, that the idea was doing the classic again. I mean, I did the first ones in classic style. Danny did the modern version. Correctly. So Tom say, okay, why not going back to the original version, but in a dynamic poses? Okay, so.
But I'm just saying that one came so fast, and the Captain America is incredible. If you didn't see it in person,
it's the best.
The effects of the bullets blasting away.
When I'm still seeing it, and when I see it, I think it has a LED light inside, and it's not any LED light inside. It's just paint, and it is I don't think it is a clear resin or something like that. That cut the light and catch the light.
And then they paint lighter.
And they paint it also.
Yeah.
But is it clear resin? Is it kind of clear resin or not?
No.
Translucent? No, it's just a normal one.
I had it. I remember.
It's amazing.
You magnetized it to the shield, and it was just the paint. It was like when you did the Martin's the Venom piece, where I think Anthony was saying he was painting the green.
Yeah.
It looks like it's lighting up. Like you put batteries in it, and it has nothing to do with it. Same stuff.
Yeah.
Very good. Yeah. No, that's something I remember. And of course, like you said, different Batmans. I mean, the new Batman, the '90s one. I like it. I love it. I remember,
I like it too. That's why
I remember reading the books. A lot of people don't understand it, but it's okay. It's all right. It's not for them. They don't understand. Now, if you're a completionist. You want it.
That's the things. Maybe it's your taste. It's not your taste. The thing is, always is a complaint about another Batman, and when you bring with something different, it's too different, or I don't like because it's okay. I mean, someone will like, someone else will not like, and we'll have the chance to have the versions they want next time because Batman will be coming always, and the same with. Spider-Man, the same with Superman, the same with Captain America, the same with Thor. So it's simple as that.
Yep.
When is the Constantine? Now you got me all excited about it.
I don't know. Maybe for July for the Sideshow Con that will be coming out because for timing.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Say you're muted.
I don't know.
So the Constantine is the Constantine already done?
The piece? Yeah. It's already done. Print out.
Oh my gosh.
Have you seen it painted, Martin? Have you seen it?
Yes, some part of the painting. Yeah.
Okay.
Because still need to do more work over, but yes,
I have.
It's looking really nice. The attention, I saw the outfit. It's looking amazing. Yeah.
Who did this piece?
Martin.
Did we forget about the cable?
Yeah.
So,
no, I need to see which one is that.
I had this one in person too. I have almost every piece. Awesome. This one, if anybody never had this cable and Martin had it, you guys are all
cable
fools.
is beautiful.
It's gorgeous. That's a huge piece.
I remember pushing when David was there with Tom before David. We need to do a cable. We need to do a cable. We need to do many years till he comes. So
That's a beautiful piece, man.
thank you.
Beautiful, but I sold it.
Sorry? I mean,
No,
you
but
have
I have to change. If not, you're gonna see the same. That's what's gonna happen too. Yeah, there's a lot of pieces that people don't understand. So let me ask you a question here, because the panel here is all asleep. Redeemer's in the bathroom. Plato's working. Darth Rashid's playing League of Legend. Oh, Critical back. And
I'm
6
here.
eating Doritos. I best believe that. I'll be the host.
I'm here.
Who made more pieces? But let's sit down in total. Let's say the last 2 years, who had more projects? Who has more pieces out there? You or Danny?
Oh dear. I see Martin.
I don't have the account what I did, so I don't know what Danny did.
It's good.
It's on
Somebody,
somebody.
Martin. Yeah,
I mean,
Martin has.
I usually take 3 months minimum for each piece, because usually, lucky me, I choose the piece with more crazy fucking shit around, and elements, so I go there, I come crazy, and that takes me too much time. So
Is that like a common? Is that like a common
in a
time?
promedio, and I usually have 4 pieces per year. But I think Danny usually get between 5 or 6.
No,
Look at that.
It depends on the project. It depends, because some project takes more time, and that it will unbalance the entire year, and then you will end with 3 pieces. I don't know, 2 pieces, 4 pieces. It depends on the complexity, and sometimes I take, let's say, simpler pieces, which is it doesn't mean they are just simple, easy. Like easy.
It's not easy.
And then I make it I don't know, like a nightmare, because I say maybe I can add these things, and I can change these, and I can and then the entire easy piece turns into madness, and that takes more time than I expected. But that's a good thing about Sideshow, that I think I mentioned it the other day. It is, if you need the time to invest in that statue because it's going to look better and because it needed, they will give you that time. We are never running out of time. It's not a video game company, it's not a film industry. It's a film company. That you have to hit the deadlines, and they are so hard, and no, it is of course we have deadlines, of course, because if not, it could be you will be working forever, but we have flexible deadlines based on the needs or what the piece needs, and again, sometimes I do maybe 1 year I do more, maybe Martin do more, but in general, Martin, of course, has way more than me.
Oh, well, my friend, 20 years working on the
like
company. So
100 pieces. I think I did 30, and Martin did 100, something like that. I'm sure you have.
I have a question for both of you guys.
Sure.
So, okay, do you guys set a set schedule? You wake up in the morning and say, okay, I'm going to work this many hours, or do you just work whenever you feel? You have a set time?
Usually, in my case, I'm trying to be very working on times, right? Because if not, that become a nightmare. I mean, you lost the track and you are working every time, every moment. So I try to put some time to do some exercise, time to work, time to lunch and stop, and trying to keep that routine to avoid. If I really love what I do, so I don't put a limit. I can spend all day from the machine, and sometimes not getting out the house from 2 weeks or more. So
you forget to eat.
I never forget to eat. That's good. That is an important thing, but I don't know. Say, okay. I will close today, and then you see something. Oh, maybe I play with this, and you start getting in something different, and you are enjoying that. So the time is, I mean, you are okay. Today I will finish 6 p.m. right, and then it's 9 p.m. and you're still working because when you was to close the computer, something comes to your head and say, and try maybe. I try this or change this proportion, and then something open a new door that you can close. So I try to establish some times to avoid going that loop.
Yeah, same here. I do have a routine, and but sometimes it's real that you are more motivated or inspired than other days. Yeah. Sometimes you're on fire, and sometimes you're just a lame guy. You know, he's I can't do anything. It's like, oh, what I'm doing. It's like I need to reset and do it again. At least to me, any kind of job, but an artistic job, you need to have your mind really clear, and you know, you have to put everything on what you're doing, because sometimes it happened to me a couple times. It is that you do something when you're not concentrated, you're not focused, or you're not in the mood to do it, and then you have to redo it again, because when you see it a couple of days after, you know, and it's like I say, what I was doing on this, you know, why I did this or that, and you know, we all have good days, bad days in terms of life, and that will affect your day, to work day, you know, and the way you react and respond to the things you're doing. So yeah, a routine is necessary, more when you have kids, when you need to you know, pick them to the school, bring them to the school, and when you want to work out, when you want to have a life, basically, right? But so if you're just I don't know, like Martin said, it is you work, I don't know, at night or weekends or whatever. It is like you know, you started doing some unbalanced things. So yeah, I prefer to have even if we are working from home, you need to set like a, you know, a space to work and a time zone for work. If not, you're kind of lost.
Yeah. The reason I asked that, I haven't done it in a while. I used to do like wood carvings myself, like my own little sculptures, just for fun. But I would be doing it. I would be doing it for so long. I'd start maybe at 9 o'clock, and before you know it, it's 1 o'clock, and I haven't eaten.
And the time passes and say, "Oh my, yeah."
It's like, well, oh my God, did I eat lunch yet? You know, that's why I mentioned. Did you forget to eat? Because when I'm obsessed with something, I really get into it, and you know, you get in, like you said, you turn off your computer, and you say, "Oh no, there's something else."
Yeah. Well, but
100%.
In your case, it's passion. It's pure passion. You are doing what you love to do, and nobody is rushing you. Nobody's. You don't need to have any deadline or whatever. It's something. It's the time you found to express yourself, right? So here is a mix between that, the same things, but with some work
responsibility.
So,
yeah,
exactly.
Right.
So with the time, you learn how to handle that. But anyway, sometimes that catch you in some moment that you have inspired, and when you want to, oh, what, dinner already? It's
I just started.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
In my case, I also work with week goals. Let's say that every single Friday I will present some updates, you know. So working, pursuing goals instead of hours, to me at least, it helped me a lot to say, okay, I don't know, I have a meeting in a school and I want to be a present that, you know, okay, I can go to that meeting, and then or my wife, or I can do any other thing, and then I go back home, and if I'm not hitting that goal, I can work an extra few hours to hit that goal, you know, it's not going to hurt me. But we have that flexibility of working, not having the pressure and the stress to be needing to, I don't know, a clock and respect that clock, and you know it's
No, that's the thing. You don't need to put the card and
Yeah.
nobody is rushing you. It's just yourself.
Working from home. When you work from home.
Yeah. Obviously.
When you're in a company, it's obvious that you have to.
But they know, they know you're responsible and you're gonna do.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You know that every week they have a meeting to review the project, so you know that every week you need to submit something, and from there you can continue with the next till you have some feedbacks, and that is the way. I mean, how you handle the time, always you present the advance and move. It's in your own.
You also know that when they give you another project, because it's working. It doesn't matter if you work for hours or for I don't know, the way you work, the way you prefer to do your stuff. I mean, you have to hit the goals, hit the mark, and take the feedbacks and work on the feedbacks and do as best as you can. But as Martin said, with the time you get used to, and you can handle life and work.
Beautiful.
Wow. So with the with the whole thing with Sideshow, right? So we got you guys releasing these incredible pieces, right? This year there's been quite a few of them, and they all like back to back. They've all been looking really, really good. From the Batgirl to the Spider-Man Noir to Hope versus Hulkbuster. All of these different pieces, they've been pretty cool. And so
much.
Like, yeah, but it's they look really, really good. So like with the Batgirl, right? We all see the base. The base is a pretty unique base, something that you guys never done before. Is that like an invitation for us to be looking to the future of the characters that you guys are going to be bringing, like as a villains?
It's a great question because it could be.
I know we can't really say things. I'm trying to go on corner.
No, I know what you're saying, but it's an intelligent question because even if we can't say anything, it means that sometimes we need to test how people feel about certain characters, because when you have a class B, class C character that is not top tier, or class A is a Batman, is a Wonder Woman, the best selling characters, and you have a villain like Clayface, for example. You don't know if you're going to make a quarter scale, a big character. It's not Hulk. It's not, he's a great character, but you don't know how it's going to be received by the people,
Standalone,
yeah, as a standalone piece. So if you put it in a statue and people start saying, "Oh, this looks great. We need this character. We want this character." So then we can start thinking, okay, maybe we can do it. I'm not saying we're going to do it because honestly, I don't know. But
I mean, but if you do, if you do some review about the lasted pieces from Sideshow, especially with DC, you can see that there are coming a lot of characters that in the past was never done, like the Penguin and stuff like that. So DC is bringing new stuff for sure. He's doing good guys, bad guys for sure. So, and if the level of and quality of the designs and the execution is doing so good as till now is doing, that will bring to the collectors that, okay, this is nice stuff, so keeping more. So we will continue doing more stuff.
Yeah, because
actually we're working in characters that we haven't done before. I mean,
exactly.
In my case, I only repeated Batman, I think, in the past, Batman Beyond, and then Batman, what is it, Dark Knight? Well, I think I did 4 Batman actually, but I mean, right now we're not repeating any character, and we're doing characters that we haven't done before as a company and as an artist. The last
there's your hint.
I did that. Was that?
There's a hint. You just
Yeah.
That's a pretty big.
Yeah,
That's pretty
of
good.
course. I give you hints.
Okay.
I give you hints. Yeah, you can't
Very
complain.
nice.
There you go.
I like it. I like it.
All right, so
Did you count the?
we have
count the little Batman?
so we have
bust?
from the man himself. We have no more Batmans right now, but it will be
No more
characters-
Batmans.
It will no more Batmans, but it will be characters that has not been done by
Amazing.
Sideshow.
Exactly.
No
Constantine
more
would be
Batmans.
incredible,
Come
right?
on.
No,
Right now.
For
Right now.
now.
Right.
Right now.
Oh, right. For now.
I
Okay.
want to keep.
okay.
I want to keep doing more Batmans. Yeah.
Okay.
But I did,
Okay.
yeah.
Okay.
Martin did a lot. I did a few, and I think it's time. Even for us, sometimes it is more. I will not say more interesting, but sometimes it's nice to have the chance to do characters you haven't done before.
Yeah.
Because even if you can create a new version of the same character, that is true that you can. If we talk about Batman, it has so many interpretations and different type of Batmans, not just one. But have the chance to work in characters you haven't done, and actually characters you say this is a not class A character.
Hey,
You know,
yeah.
you can do all the more side characters. Let's say that's awesome to have the chance because you can actually test because sometimes what happens it is. Collectors are asking for this character. Then you do that character, and nobody wants that character.
No one buys
you
it.
know.
No one buys
Yeah,
it.
because one thing is the people who want, and the other thing is the people who buy. You know, you know that better than me because you're a collector.
Consumers.
Yeah, consumers. You know, so as a company, we need consumers. It is the way we survive. And we would love to have the chance to say, we're going to do these characters. If nobody. Because people are asking for, and if nobody wants to buy it, that we don't care. No, we can't say that, unfortunately. But we hear you. We have a list of characters every single time that people say, I don't know. Let's say, for example, 4 or 5 people say, "Hey, Danny, you have to do these characters." Yeah, maybe it's interesting. I put it in the list. Then when Sideshow asks for a list of characters, I was, this is my list. It doesn't mean we're going to do it, but at least it isn't. It's on track.
It's on the list.
So it's on the list. Yeah.
Guys, I know you guys got to hear Bishop a lot, though, right?
He's on the list.
He's on the list.
It's on the list.
I know you hear, but I know you
It's
got
on
to
the
hear that.
list.
For the last 3 years, I
Listen,
know you've heard
it's
his
on the list.
name a lot.
Yes.
Well, that's another thing. It is you could. I'm not saying anything, but I mean, it is. You can be working on something right now that you asking a couple of years ago because you want it, and now we all agreed that it is time to do it, and then you're going to see it 2 years after this moment. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so it takes time. When we got the approval to do something that people have been asking for for a while, it's going to take a couple extra years till you see it, because you need to sculpt it, then produce it, and the whole thing. You know how it works, and it doesn't mean we are not hearing. It means that it takes time. That's something hard to. I would love to, share my folders of the characters and all the list, and I will be immediately fired, because we can. But sometimes we have. We really want to say, "Oh, look at this! People are asking for these characters for so long, and we are doing it. We're making it." But we can't say that, and we can't show it, unfortunately. But maybe with the time, I think this year. The company started taking some, let's say, marketing decisions that is, in my opinion, is going in the right direction.
Open mind.
Open mind, giving you more hints, and maybe, and the STATUECON, you will have more information, more hints about what characters and what things. We are asking for that at Sideshow. I'm sure they want to allow us to only for the people who is going to go to the show, only for the people who is assisting.
No cell phone, no YouTubers.
There you go.
Cell phone need to be put in that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another reason to go. Yeah.
I see that. I see the teaser that Mystique is out now.
Yes, sir.
The new Mystique.
Yeah.
There's a teaser out.
Yeah.
I just saw it today. It's a beautiful piece. I saw that piece.
It's got a nice light up feature.
Is that a hard bottle piece? Who did that one?
Yeah, that
Misty?
he did it.
Hello.
He will have it.
Yeah.
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 He did.
Yeah, because I
wonderful work.
I just know for sure that you guys are heading in the right direction. Just with the pieces that you guys been dropping on us already. It's just you know, a lot of people, you know, honestly, too, in the communities, a lot of people are doing 1/3 scales and stuff like that. But the good thing about what you guys are doing is that the quarter scales that you're making they just look amazing. They look so good. Your detailing, your poses, everything that you guys are making decisions on with the quarter scales and the premium formats and everything are to my opinion, are really good things. One thing that's really great about what y'all doing is that the statues that y'all creating right now and putting out in the market, not only do they look amazing, but they're priced right.
They're affordable.
They're very affordable. Very affordable, and that's very important right now in this market. In this market, pricing is very important, and not only important because of course the top thing to a collector is how the character is sculpted, how the character is posed, everything about the character with the detail. You know, it has to be enticing enough and exciting enough for that customer to be, you know, like when I seen the Batgirl, I was like, oh my god. And I showed my wife it. You know, my wife collects female statues. It blew us away. I was like, wow, this is really amazing, man. And for your first female statue, I think it was a home run. And especially just having that little sneak peek of Clayface, just using him as the base, amazing. It was incredible. But you know, a lot of people are seeing this, and you can see it in the community because the community is very important, guys. It's very important to feed off the community, listen to the community, because remember, the community, myself, I'm part of the community, are the ones that are the ones that spending the money, are the ones that's making the decision where this $700, where this $800, or where this $1,000 is going, and where am I going to spend it at? You know, so it's a great thing. Another great thing about Sideshow is that a lot of this, you know, it's not overseas. You feel what I'm saying? So when you get in a statue, the majority of it is you getting it here in the States. So what you're paying for the statue when it comes to shipping is very low compared to what a lot of other companies are shipping and stuff.
100%.
So that's another good thing. There's appeasing to a customer. You know, a very important thing about the community is for the past year, for the past few months, the community has been requesting certain things, and they've been putting things out there and all kind of stuff. And we noticed that a lot of statue, not all of them, but some of the statue companies, the licensed statue companies that produce statues, are listening to the community, and they're actually making these characters that the community wants to buy and the community is looking for. And that's not easy for all the companies to make decisions like that. But me as a collector, I would just love for more companies to just pay attention to the community and throw a shout out to the community, as in, hey,
well, that's why they're coming. That's why they're coming.
We're trying to think of these pieces.
That's why they're coming. This is not, you know, I may be flying these guys in, but it's not because they're I mean, this is vacation time for them. They're not supposed to be here. They're like, screw. They're you know, Danny, and you can see the culture changing. I don't know if it's changing or it's always been there, but it's more amplified now in Sideshow. Danny and I talk about it all the time. If this is a great idea for the community. This is an event for the community. He's taking vacation time. He's changing everything around in his life. Martin is not coming from Argentina. He's coming from somewhere else farther to go fly.
Yeah, but you know, that's
here,
one of the things that the community is noticing too. You know what I'm saying? That the Sideshow is stepping in their hat and throwing in their hat too, and is giving us these statues that we've been waiting for. You know what I mean? But these are statues that they never made before. Yeah, but that's it's on the list. It's on the list. But you never know. You never know if Bishop will show up.
Bishop is a D character.
At the Collectorzown, you never know.
Bishop ain't nothing, man. Bishop's a D character.
Hey, Dark Rashid, you got any questions, man? You stay quiet over there, man.
Yeah, Rosh was good.
Raj, what's up, man? You ain't got no questions? What's up, bro?
Man? You're muted.
You're muted, bro. I can't hear you.
Sorry. Man, what's wrong with this thing? Oh,
There you go.
all right. Can you hear
There
me
you
now?
go. Yeah.
I hear you.
I didn't have any questions because I was just to show that a lot of his pieces in my collection anyway. Maybe one question I thought about asking is and I think is a very underrated piece that I think everybody loved it, but the character from the comic book don't get no love. And I thought that Scar was just probably one of the dopest pieces. I love that Martin did, and it was kind of like a mixture because it looked like it could have been a crazy Conan piece as well.
Scar.
That's what I wanted to say.
Scar.
Scar.
Yeah,
It looked like a Conan piece.
Yeah, so
I love it.
That piece was like
doing that piece. That was the feeling of more Conan-ish character than a hero. Yeah.
Yeah, and I love that piece. And the only thing is just that comic book, when the character is not put in the comic book, a lot of people forget about and that character becomes like kind of irrelevant, unfortunately. Like, dope ass character, dope ass piece. Right.
But no support from the
I feel like,
no support from the story on the character. Yeah.
Right. I feel like they should. Right. So I felt like they should have put him in the Avengers because I thought that was a dope ass piece and it was massive too. So that's all. But I love Cable. The Cable that you did.
The Cable's gorgeous.
The Cable piece. Love that piece.
Thank you so much.
That's a nice piece.
Straight out the comic, straight up Liefeld comic book, straight out the comic.
Yeah, that was the idea. Trying to do something very on that particular age of the comic, very 92 with that big shoulder things, giant guy, small head, big guns.
And if you put the Cable next to Danny's Wolverine, it matches perfect. And it's from two artists.
Right.
They match good, man. There's some pieces that don't match.
Well, I actually put Martin's Sabretooth with Daniel's Wolverine.
The
one in the bar?
The bar scene against
the one in the bar. Yeah, they match well.
Yeah, the
Logan
piece.
Logan,
yeah, matches.
Love that Logan.
I seen a
That
lot
was
of
another
people
day one pre-order from me.
I've seen a lot of people in their collection. They put them together. They put the Sabretooth and the Logan together with like facing off, So
What do you think? Martine's Venom
real good
with Danny's Carnage? They're not that far off if you put them together, though.
Well, that matched perfectly. We did that at the same time.
Do you mean
he was working on each one on his piece?
His latest Venom. The one with the green base, the one that Anthony...
with the Green Goblin.
It's got the glider. Venom's over
with the mask, the Spider-Man mask.
The mask.
And he's holding Spider-Man's mask. Yeah, that's the newest one he did. And then Danny's Carnage. Daniel Bell's Carnage was my statue of the year when that came out. I think it was last year, the year before that. That was for me my vote of the statue. It was just so good. This year is none of you guys. Forget it. So far, it's Weather Shops, Warhammer. You'll see it. That thing is beautiful. So you guys, come on, bring on the Constantine. Come on. I'm pulling bullshit. I love them all, bro. I love them all. I talk shit. No, that's beautiful. Good.
Yeah. I have a question for you guys.
Uh-oh.
This is fun. I was thinking because we are collectors and we are artists, and many times among the artists, among the sculptors, maybe with Martin, sometimes we ask, do you really collect pieces because of the artist, or do you don't care about the artist and you collect because of the pieces looking cool? Because, for example, I will give you an example. Let's say in a couple of years from now, I hope this is not going to happen. I hope so. An AI art, an AI software or whatever, whatever thing, will make a statue. That will happen. Eventually, will happen. But as a collector, do you think it lost some soul, even if it looks awesome, because there is another person behind, there's another real artist, and it's just an AI? Or what do you think? What do you feel about in general, not just for you, in general? Do you think community is not going to support companies that is going to make because I'm sure there will be companies that is going to make AI sculptors, and it's going to look awesome because AI is in a computer, is very intelligent. But what do you think about that? If that happen, if it eventually happen?
For me, I need just that human aspect behind it. I need that the artwork from the artist himself. Like I said, I wasn't really into a Batgirl until I seen yours. When I seen yours, it was incredible. It was amazing. I wasn't really into getting Batman versus Joker quarter scale until I seen what the both you guys did in quarter scale. It looks really good. It's amazing. To me, it's about art. Is what it looks like. What it does to me, what it appeals to me. Now, I'm not saying that in the future AI will come out with something that's fucking phenomenal and people won't jump on it. But I don't think that it's going to take away from anything from you guys. That's my opinion. I don't think it's going to take away from the professionalism and the art and the detail. And it's different when a computer creates something, because the computer is going to create the wording. It's going to complete a wording, what the wording would want it to create, compared to ideas. You know what I mean? And you guys' ideas together will scope something, get something scope 3D sculpted, shared, and it's just different. It's just going to be different. And I think you're right too. At the same time, that I think AI in the future, if they end up doing something like that, it's probably going to be at a big scale, but it's going to also be on the collector of what they're gonna want, what they're gonna respect, and what they're gonna spend their money on, and who they're gonna follow. Me, I need a human aspect of what I'm collecting behind it.
But also there is something to have in mind, that the market is always renewing, and new people and young people is coming to the collection, right? To the collectors. So that's maybe from our age have a different understanding about what we want. But the new generations also is coming with all these things already incorporated. So maybe for they will really not create that conflict at the time to choose a piece that was done by a person or by a machine, if they like what they saw. So I think it's something we can ask ourselves now, but with the time and the future and the new generations, we have another takes on this thing.
I think one thing on top, I will let you answer that, Marcos, but I think one important thing that I was always thinking, it is something that will never be replaced by an AI. It is the human, the social part of the human beings. This thing you are doing, Marcos, all the things we are doing as to connect people and to tell you in person, hey, look, I did this because I did this on this piece because I remember that thing of that comic, and that interaction we going to have. I'm sure younger generations are going to be in the market in a few years from now. This is happening, in every time, in everything. But I think the human part, the human side, will never be replaced. And I think for a certain part of the audience or the collectors, you will need that part, because other than that is just having a piece of, I don't know, resting in your shelf, and that's that. But if you're passionate about the art behind, you will love to, I don't know, maybe meet the artist, meet the people who was working on that, or why you did it, because it adds value of why you have that instead of just a piece of thing that an AI did it. You know what I mean? I'm not saying it's more important, it's better. It's just different. I think it is the only thing that is keeping us to together as a human beings, not just
Dan, your question is if you can put a whole show just for that question.
100%.
It's that elaborate. And the way I'm thinking in my head is, I think you need the human being. You need to know, and I think I couldn't do it. If a computer just made it up, it's nothing to me. It's all plastic, right? It's nothing. But if it's a creative side to it, and to combat that, I think, is not just licensing, because they can do that all they want, and they can mass produce all they want. But if there's no license behind it, I won't even touch any license stuff, because I know a lot of, like in the movies, it's very easy to get up from the movie when it's over and walk out. But there are thousands of people in that credit that made that movie the experience that you wanted. The guy holding the keys, the guy who was giving the director coffee every day, the guy who did the special effects. It's very easy for the human mind to get away from that. Same thing with art. And I think to combat that, Sideshow, artists, I don't know any other company right now that's doing what Sideshow's doing when it's allowing their artists to go out there now. You know what? The mind's changing. Giving credit to the artists, giving credit to painters. I'm learning so many things from you guys. That will combat that and give value back to the statue. Because everybody always talks about edition size. That's very edition size. What does that even mean? Because not every statue's made at once, and sometimes they cancel them. But there's a lot to there's a lot of levels of what you said, Danny. There's a lot of them. Like if AI made a song that I absolutely love, is it real? there's no poetry behind it. There's no human interaction. There's no experience behind the song, right? I'll leave it at that. I know there's a lot of thought to it.
I agree. I agree with you too, Marcos, about that, the human connection. Because as we're sitting here, I got Daniel here, Martin here, and I got multiple of your pieces in my room right behind me. There's the Ronin Wolverine right there. There's the Taskmaster there. Hey, and I really like that because for a while before this one came out, I was trying to look for the get a better look.
Right
I was trying to get the Bowen Taskmaster, but I couldn't find it for a price that I like. And I was like, man, it'd be nice if Sideshow made one. And it's almost like I psychically made it happen. And I don't know how popular it was, but it made me happy. And then I got the Ronin over here. I got Thor over there. He's too far away. You can't see him. Nice. Then I got Captain America right next. I got the Avengers set up. And it's good to interact with you guys. See, I couldn't interact with an AI right now.
Yeah.
If an AI made something, but I'm going to look at my computer. Well, you did a good job. Thank you, computer.
Yeah.
I mean, here we are. We're interacting, and it's a beautiful thing. And I just, in general, not only what you guys have done, but back to Sideshow, I've said it since last year. Sideshow's been killing it lately with a lot of the things that's been coming out. They gave us a Nightcrawler. We did, for the longest time, it's just like how everybody's saying Bishop. For many years, we said Nightcrawler. When is it going to get a Nightcrawler? And boom, we got one, and it looks just like the comic.
Well, going to that though,
saying Solomon Grundy, but no.
You know what?
Keep saying it. Keep saying
right here, Sick and Redeemer and Fatal, wherever he's around. You gotta remember last year they were hounding the Iron Studio guy. Man, you guys got to do a beast. You got to do a quarter-size beast. You got to do a beast.
True. That's true.
Magically, a beast appears. They're asking how many of them bought it.
I bought the Taskmaster, so and I love it.
Also, I'm kidding. But they did talk to Iron Studio, and he did make a beast, which is great.
Yeah, but to piggyback on what Critical Mass was saying, I believe it's more the interaction with the artists and the sculptors and themselves. Because like me and Fatal, we go to a lot of shows together, and we always pick up like certain art pieces, and we love for the artists to sign them. We love to interact with them, to talk to them about how well they've done with their art pieces and all that. So to us, we, because Fatal, he draws on the side every now and again, so do I, and we I guess it's more interpersonal, because we like to meet the actual sculptors of something that they did, and it's like, yo, this is their work, this is something that they did. You can't get that from an AI. You can't have that type of personal interaction. And I guess maybe that's I guess you could say the geeky nerd side of us, or the cool nerd side of us. But it's more like it's more interpersonal for us to have the artists to work on it and meet them and be able to interact with them on a personal level. Be like, yo, I think your piece is great. It's amazing. It's been like that since the dawn of time with many artists, with Picasso's and all that. Everybody, wanted to meet the artists themselves. And I don't think that'll never die. I don't think so. I really don't think it'll die. They might try to bring the AI on, but the more fan request is going to be, we want the artist. We want the interaction with the artist.
Good to know. Plus, AI gonna mess the fingers up anyway.
What?
Yeah, he said AI's gonna mess the fingers up.
Mute. But that's important. So
I don't think like statue companies will go with AI. I think they will stick with the loyalty of their artists and their sculptors and continue with you guys. And with the AI stuff, I don't think like
just
a
look at
Sideshow or
this.
something like that would be there.
Look at the detail in this.
Talking all that, Fatal.
Look at the detail in that hand.
That's gorgeous.
That is my hand. I actually took pictures of my hand.
This is actually your hand?
Oh, I mean, not actually exactly, because he's a more like a strongman hand. Mine is more a digital sculptor hand, which is not as strong as that.
It's coming at you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I just love just the detail, the fingernails. I know we can't zoom it in, the fingernails.
Yeah, you guys see it in person. Isn't that crazy? Video doesn't give it justice.
Amazing piece.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Doesn't give it. No.
So Fatal, what did you say? I'm sorry.
Man.
He's
beautiful. Oh, there you go.
What I said was, AI tends to mess up fingers on all the art that I've seen.
That's true.
And if you ever really looked at the pictures, the fingers be all jammed up and looking strange, man.
That's true.
But that will change. That will eventually change. I mean, in terms of right now, the AI can do whatever they want, and the thing is, it will change. It is, to me, when I saw the first papers like 10 years ago about AI making art, it was kind of awesome, but terrifying at the same time. Because in the last year, in terms of, I don't know, 2 years or something like that, it has so much advanced in that technology, and it is crazy the things you can do right now, just, prompting a couple of words. And I'm sure it's going to keep, having a better way to solve things like hands, the fingers, or whatever. And that is being testing in a 3D world, and it is impossible to just hold that or to stop it. I don't want to stop it. It is, like every single movement in the history of the human being, like photography, in film industry, many fields, technology has been replacing people. And this is something that, as an artist, I know that it's going to happen. That's why my question is more like, why do you collect? Why do you collect? Because you love the piece and you don't care about the people behind, or the painter, or I don't know, the artist, the sculptor, or the designer, or you really care because even if you can't, let's say, this is kind of new that we can travel long distances and being invited, like for example what is Marco is doing. This is a great show. It's so much going on, but in the couple of years ago we couldn't go. I mean, it is like you can't meet the
Well,
artist. Maybe
Daniel,
sometimes,
Can I,
no,
can
you
I say
can.
something?
Yeah.
I just feel that like comic book artists like Jim Lee and everything else, I feel like the sculptors they should give them more light on who they are. I think that the sculptors back in the days never got like that shine like they were supposed to. So we're buying statues, but we don't know who's doing them.
Right.
So
Yeah.
once I
Yeah.
knew who Martin Canale was, he did like the Punisher, the Oliver Punisher, everything else. I already knew when they said Martin Canale on a piece, I was going to buy it. Just like I picked up the Deathstroke. That's just how, because I knew who Martin Canale was. Just like how I know who you are. But they need to make that be aware. Like now they pushed you out there, But before they didn't tell who the sculptors were, and they still don't. I mean, they'll put who sculpted it, but do they really highlight them like how a comic book artist is? No. I could tell you a million. I could tell you a million comic book artists.
Yeah.
That's out there, but I can't tell you a million sculptors. But I know I got a whole bunch of their shit in my man cave.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And I should be able to say this person worked on this piece, this person that piece. Like I didn't know sometimes Regal Robot did some parts of this Boba Fett behind me. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? I don't know who may have did the Chewbacca. I don't know, I know Steve Wang,
Mhm.
So certain sculptors, because I constantly buy their product, I know. But even if I may love the piece, I don't know who you are. Not saying you particularly, but I don't know who that sculptor is.
Yeah.
And
This-
they
yeah,
need
well-
to, they need to.
They're
make
trying
those
to change it
sculptors
too.
know.
Yeah, and even with Danny, and I'm always going to give him credit for this, is that that Dynafest he did last year. I mean, that is so important. That's another, right there, that is something incredible. And when it was just by chance, we were just talking to each other, like, "Hey, you doing that? I'm doing this." It's just I think that's what we're trying to do. I think we finally kind of found the middle ground of why we're doing these StatueCons, these Dynafests. Two important, smaller, you can call them conventions, meetups, whatever you want to call them, expos, whatever. But these are important.
It is for the community.
It
Are
is,
made
I
for
mean,
community.
Yeah. It's a lot of time, money.
Marcos, the question is, are you going to fly
Uh-oh.
the entire panel out to Argentina next year?
Go, Mike. No.
And we will all sleep in Daniel Bell's living room and sleeping bags. All of us will be in sleeping bags on Daniel Bell's living room.
Why not?
Even if it's a ghost involved, we can deal with it.
Oh my god! The money involved.
I'll leave the ghost home.
Insane. The money involved. So
yeah, but the conversation is important and it's good. When you talk about the future of this business, because a lot of us, I don't think there's an end game to collecting. You know what I mean?
No,
we would always be
not.
once you in it. Once you in it and you got this collecting in your blood, I don't think there's an end game to it. I think there's probably a change to maybe lines and going a different direction and characters and things like that. But I don't think it's an end game as in people purchasing, what they love, or following an artist. And Rashid is right. We're following these certain artists because he knows what he's gonna get. You know what I mean? He knows what he's gonna get with these figures when he knows the specific artist is making it and creating it.
How many of you will buy a piece you don't know the charter just because the piece is phenomenal? I mean, you are a buyer of a known piece just because the piece looks amazing.
I think people will.
Who's the character from where it come, but you become in love on the execution, on the designs, or how many of the collectors in the community are open to buy something they don't know from where it comes?
I'll give you an example. I don't collect monster statues at all. In my whole entire collection, you won't find that one monster.
I'm not talking about monster. I'm talking about
but what I'm saying is I don't collect that at all, right? But Sideshow created that monster, that like Frankenstein monster looking thing. I forgot the name of it. And I ordered it. And I ordered it because it's phenomenal.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I don't collect, like Blade. A Blade statue came out from a different company, and I got it for PCS because it's badass.
Yeah,
I love it. But I don't collect the line. I know that that's the only one that I'm gonna have. But that Frankenstein from Sideshow that was released, that it is phenomenal. As soon as I saw it, I was like, "What the?" Like that is just is a work of art. That right there is a work of art from the stitch to everything on that statue is crazy, and that's why I got it. I didn't get it because I like Frankenstein or his movies or anything like that.
Yeah.
I just think that statue
is
a piece to talk about. Yeah, is a centerpiece as a quarter scale. Is awesome. I love it. That's why I got it. I didn't get it for no other reason. So
Yeah, I bought things like that. I just say like, "Ooh, what is that? I like it.
Yeah,
I want it. I can. How much does it cost? Can I afford it? Okay,
exactly.
I want it.
That is the second thing, right?
Yeah, can I afford it? Because there's a lot of stuff I see that I like. It's not in my price range.
But to answer, sorry.
Go ahead, Marcos. I'm sorry.
No, sorry. But go back to answer Martine's question. I think people will buy because
just because I saw. I mean, I'm not doing follow every single, but I see a lot of collectors or new collectors that are very on the same characters all the time. So my question is that because the market is close in relation with only sell the character or because still companies don't take the risk to move a little with something more original and see?
Yeah, well, let's think of it this way. If Fatal is continuously asking for a bishop, okay? Bishop, and then Sideshow never does it, and then there's a custom guy out there that does it, or somebody does it, but you don't even know who did it.
Yeah.
He might buy it. People might buy it because it's the last.
No. I mean, obviously. The
unfortunately,
the market is taking some place that, for many reasons, the license things can do, because today you have a lot of limitations in what you can or cannot do with the characters.
Yeah.
I mean, you are talking about a comic you can read and see blood or whatever things they put in. But in statues, that is a different rule. So, and it's okay because I mean it's part of the business, correct? You as collector can have a license with the character you want and have a license with all the things you can get from a licensed one. But that's the things today. So it's the game you need to play.
Yeah, I agree. Both sides. So Fade, you ain't getting your bishop, bro.
Yeah, well, if it was, let's say if you went to a movie, right? You got your favorite actors, Denzel, right? And you want to see a movie because you know Denzel is acting. What if they start making androids? Because that's going to be the next thing, right? Acting in movies, right? Will I have the same feeling when I go to a Comic-Con or a fan expo or something, and I want to meet my favorite actor to get an autograph? Just like we do the pieces, we get autographs. I get these metal plates made and I get them autographed, right? I was able to get Jimenez's signature for a piece that I got, right? When you get to meet people, it's more personal. And I wouldn't want to watch an android-filled movie. I don't think it'll touch me emotionally. And the same thing with statues. So the human aspect of it, we have getting farther and farther away from human contact. And like when we meet each other in person, it's even better than these shows, right? When we go into Collectorzown, we're gonna have a far better time. Like, and when you meet people in person, it's different, right? So there's a connection, and like I got that old school Joker piece, right? And it's like, okay, I got the Canal Joker in my collection, and it feels a lot more special than it would be. I got this Joker, I don't know who made it, because when collecting, I gotta like the character, I gotta like the piece, but then there's a story behind it. Even low, like, okay, the ES is on. I'm one of only this many people in the entire world that has this collection, and this in my collection. And do you know who the sculptor was? It was the great Martin Canale, or the great Daniel Bell that was the one who was behind this. So they be like, really?
And you made it even more special.
It's an
adding that
intrinsic
little
value.
element.
Well, yes, that's something that is really the main things in relation with this love and passion for the collecting, because it's something that in both sides, from the collectors and from our side, that we love what we do and we are very into this fantasy and comic and sci-fi things. So what we put there is because come from the same source from where you take this, and when you saw that character, is something we have in common, and we play with that from our side to do the execution from your side to do this is what I have in my mind when I was reading the comics or seeing that cartoon or reading that book. Is that passion we have in common, and that is important things. We can talk about that when we are in this kind of shows or in any conventions. We're talking about our passion about this world per se.
Yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
That's definitely just the honest truth. That's the truth. And
Good
we just need more.
man.
We need
Good
more of this.
question.
We need more of Yep. We just need more of the person, the creator, to be out there more. You know what I mean, and show face for their product, because you guys should do that, because you deserve to get what they the kudos for what you guys are creating and what you guys are doing and putting out. You know what I mean? So honestly, you just don't meet these people that they make these statues. You don't get that relationship with them. You don't get to talk to them. You don't get to do none of that. You know what I mean? Another question that I got is from one of the viewers, and they wanted to know that when they go to StatueCon, are they able to bring a base or something from one of your statues so you guys can sign it?
Obviously, yeah, that's the idea. I mean,
of course,
if they bring the bases, both of us are more than
$50
happy
a pop
to sign, because it's
You
the
can
way
give it
we
on
have.
PayPal.
What?
$50 each. PayPal me.
Each man wants to bring his bases. Talk with Marcos.
Yeah, it's hard to travel with those bases. But I look at all the pieces that I got. I'm like, I got a Batman that's Martin Canale, Joker Martin.
Bro, I'm coming with a van full of statues.
I
literally am.
Fatal, show those plaques, man. That's legit. What Fatal has is the best I've seen. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He can show you these plaques.
For real, sick. I think you should get in those plaques, man. They're better.
Beautiful.
You ain't got to bring bases, bro.
This is the Mandalorian. This is the hot toy, right? Moff Gideon, signed by Giancarlo Esposito, right?
Esposito, yeah. Mr. Goose.
Esposito. Predator. This is signed by Brian Prince Jr., right?
Wow, look at that, man. He made a plaque out of it.
This is Tony Daniels. He did Gambit for a few episodes.
Yeah. Is that metal? Is it metal? It's like a metal top?
It's metal. Yeah, it's metal. And I love to get those signed. And when I look at all the pieces that I got from you guys.
Well, maybe, you know what?
It's
Blue Dog Displays.
Yeah, Blue
we
Dog
can
Displays.
suggest to Sideshow to create some elements that come with the pieces. So the collectors, if moved to some convention where the artists are, don't need to bring with all things, just that particular element that is part of the piece.
Mhm.
Get designed from the artist.
Yeah, like I bought the Batman versus Joker you two guys are doing, and I'm gonna have a plate done for that. I wish that on the back they would have made it where it was flat, and then I could put the plate on it.
Yeah,
and because having it signed, I'm not a reseller, so some people get stuff
it's for
signed.
you. Yeah,
Sell it. It's for me, right? Man, would you be willing to part ways with that?
That's
No,
cool, man. That's
absolutely not. I'll be dead and gone before this piece ever gets sold. I tell people right there, I'll be dead and gone. My daughters will be
dead.
not me.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a bunch of elements to collecting that me, personal. It's not everybody has the same. Some people, I like the piece. I don't care if it's a million of them. Okay, cool. But me, it's a couple elements: the character, the scope, the sculptor, painters, like all that means something to me. And then the edition size.
Complete team.
Yeah, Martin, Danny, we were in
Yeah.
Chicago. I was in Chicago. It was C2E2, which is a convention in Chicago. And PCS was the only statue company there, the only one. So I'm in the booth, and boom, here comes Fatal with a bag. He opened up a bag full of plaques because there were statues there, and he wanted the CEO Anthony to sign them. And he goes, "Here's my phone. You better film everything." You want me to film? He goes, "Yeah, film it." All right, so I was like this, but he got them all signed. Look at that.
Nice.
Look at that.
But look, this is a bunch of stuff I got
from all the pieces and stuff.
I've been doing this I probably got at least 40 plates.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So Daniel, I'm gonna bring him. I'm gonna need you to sign his phone. Make it look
I
like
can
it's a
put my
tattoo.
fingerprint. I can put my fingerprint on the side. Actually, I have a reseller detector, which is pretty good. It works every time. Which is if people who asking me to sign it, I always make a dedication. For example, I don't know, to we love to, I don't know, Jorge, whatever, Daniel. If they don't want the dedication, I only want the signature. It's because they want to sell it. You know? It works here every single time.
Not being resold. I don't sell anything either.
That's funny, man. Give him the little hand. Actually, give him a smaller piece than that. Give him the smallest piece you can find.
Sign his name right there.
Yeah. A dedication, please.
Dedication.
Like I got the
Sideshow,
what is it?
Carnage. Amazing.
I got that signed, by the actual actress that played the character.
Nice.
Signatures from Rosario Dawson.
That's a good one.
So those things are special, man.
Yeah, they're special. I agree, man. One of a kinds, man.
Mm-hmm.
Take your hiding behind card.
That's a nice car.
Oh, that carnage is nice.
Yeah.
They're carnage.
I love
And
this.
it's another good feeling when I see a piece that I have and everybody's looking for it and it's long sold out. I don't know. I just feel good that I have it.
Yeah, that actually is a good feeling. Like somebody says, "Oh man, I had that piece and I sold it,"
slept on that
and or they slept on it, and it's like, man, and you ain't never gonna sell it.
Not I. I have it in my collection. It ain't going nowhere.
Right now, I'm stalking.
Hey, Fredo, you don't want to part ways with the Wolverine? You don't want to part ways with that Wolverine?
No, sir.
Which one?
Nope. I got the
Wolverine?
Harley Quinn bust, and we got that. My uncle got it signed for me by the voice actress.
She passed.
Every year, I try to help him out with the kids, but every year there's somebody to give them a signature. So I'm like, I got you. Don't even worry about it.
Hey, Tyler, Martin, Danny, Fatal brings a bunch of kids who can't, that don't go to conventions. He puts, how many kids was it this year? 40, 30, 40?
I took 40 kids to.
He took 40 kids to the convention.
Oh.
Yeah, isn't that amazing? So the kids can experience that.
Yeah.
That's
awesome.
That's
That's
awesome.
a beautiful thing.
It's something that I started about 4 years ago, right after the pandemic.
That's great.
Yeah. No, right. Was it right before? Right before the pandemic, and
it was right before the pandemic.
From the inner city.
Different ages, like a small kid.
Like 10 years old. We took a few of them because little brothers and sisters wanted to come, so we had some 6 and 7 year olds that trickled in, but up to about 14, 15 years old, because I grew up loving comics and all of that stuff. I mean, that's where you guys' passion come from for even creating these pieces. And when you grow up in the inner city, sometimes you can be looked at as a nerd. That's why I created the whole cool nerds thing, to just give them another outlet, something else to do, to stay out of trouble. You know what I mean? Reading comic book, one that stimulates your brain. Reading, I don't care what you're reading. And comic books, really, they are really good reads when you get into it. It's like, wow, this is a real story, especially with like stuff like X-Men. So, you know, I wanted to introduce them to that cosplaying. When they see a grown man wearing cosplay, you know, my profession, it kind of bridges the gap between what I do for a living and in the city. So yeah, it's fun. It's fun.
Nice, man. Nice progress.
That's pretty dope. That's pretty dope.
Yes, sir.
Because I won't go as Pippi Longstocking.
Pippi Longstocking. No one knows who that is.
I do.
Definitely, man. So, guys, you know, just to rehash everything, man. We're looking forward to meeting everybody and everybody coming through and support this great event that we've been waiting for. It's very, very highly anticipated. I'm not saying this because Marco's at mi hermano, my brother, my dude, my guy. I'm saying it because he put a lot of love and passion and a lot of energy into what he is doing at this place.
And drink everything off his glass.
It's incredible, man. And this is the caliber of a regular STATUECON that you would go to, a regular toy con that you would go to. This is probably even above that. One thing that's very different about this right here is that it is free. You guys just got to show up. You guys just got to show up. I mean, and just go in. So there's no charge at the door. Like if you go to a regular STATUECON, there's no nothing. Just show up. You go there. I am driving over there.
I can't really do it, bro.
I have to. I'm doing the 17-hour drive over there. I'm used to it because I usually drive to New York.
Oh my gosh!
I know.
But I'm doing it. I'm doing it because I'm also going to be bringing a line of statues too. I'm going to be bringing a line of statues that not many people are able to see this line. So I am bringing the whole Legendary Beast Studios line with what you see behind me.
Okay.
So people can see it.
Most of the people do not get to see this in person. And they are kicking ass right now. These guys are great. Of course, this is licensed overseas. You can buy it overseas. It's not licensed in the US. I am taking it there so that you guys can only see it. It's not for sale or nothing like that. I'm just taking it there for display purposes only, so you guys can check it out and you can physically see it in person. If I'm not mistaken, I think Marcos already has two pieces already.
The second one is landing tomorrow, I think.
There it goes. And that's one of the Hulk pieces. So guys, if you've never seen the Captain America, Thor, the prototype of Superman, I am bringing that one too.
Oh,
I'm
you are?
also bringing the prototype of Iron Man as well.
Wow.
So they're all coming. I'm bringing it all. So this is huge. This is really, really big. It's special. I've always would love the opportunity to meet Danny, to meet Martin, and I'm gonna be able to get that opportunity to do that. So this is really, really badass. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna bring a couple of bases, and I'm gonna have that signed by these guys. So definitely, I'm looking forward to that. But what I really, really am looking forward to is the relationship of meeting everybody new, all the content creators. Again, getting to hang out with Redeemer and Fadu like last year, and all of that. Critical. I think you're going, right? We're all going to be out there hanging out, having a great time. Yeah. So everybody, please, if you're going to go.
And you already meet in person? Each one of you meet?
Last year, some of us have.
I'll be there.
Last year, I had a grand opening. And
Venom Tech, I cannot bring the food truck.
You can't bring that?
I can't bring my food truck, Venom Tech.
He can't bring the statues and the food truck.
Martin, do you know the company House of Gog?
House of what?
House of Gog. It's a Montreal company. If you don't know the company, it's okay. But they send me their lineup, and we're the only
characters with a lot of color and
color.
I know, right? Yeah. Sure.
They have a little display area. They're sending. I don't know what
they are doing. Yeah.
I don't even. They send us so you people can see it, and you buy directly from them. We have those. We have the largest Weta display area.
Nice.
In the U.S. as well too, and we have probably the largest sideshow. I mean, we have so many sides everywhere.
Yeah, we're talking about over 1,000 statues in display. This is
there's so many pieces.
It's going to be phenomenal. It's going to be something like nobody's ever seen before. When I went there last year, it wasn't even displayed the way you guys are now. And last year when I went there, it blew me away. It was.
I can't believe that.
It was really, really nice.
I can't believe that, guys. It is 3 times as big. I can't. It's ridiculous to see pictures of last year and this year. It's
and Marcos,
to me.
You will do empanadas for everyone?
I'll do what? No.
Empanadas for everyone?
No. I'll buy the discs. Pre-made, yeah.
I love a good empanada.
I'll bring some empanadas that I sell in my food truck.
Okay.
Yeah, but you fry those. I like them baked.
You're a baked guy? You like them baked?
You don't like them fried, then you're not Latino.
No.
I like them fried. Okay.
Una buena empanada frita es.
Yeah, man. So once again, man, I just want to thank everybody for coming on. Everybody for coming through. Once again, this was just a special show for the day, for the Monday. We back on our schedule every Thursday for the Collector's Corner show. And I just appreciate Danny and Martine coming on. And I really do appreciate it because it's not always where we have these big sculptors and coming from big companies like Sideshow. And being blessed on the show with you guys' presence and talking to the community and sharing everything with the community. So guys, Daniel Bell said expect no more Batmans for the time being and expect a lot of new
I didn't say that. Just in case, I didn't say that.
Daniel said there's a bishop coming.
Daniel's like, I didn't say that.
No.
But, yeah. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all know what I'm saying, right? But anyway, I'm looking forward to meeting everybody. One of the biggest things that I'm looking forward to is meeting all the new people that I'm going to be able to meet with out there and get more relationships with you guys and physically see all you guys. We're coming out there with a lot of stuff. We're coming out there with a lot of merch. We're donating a couple of statues to give away and everything like that too. So it's going to be dope, man. We're going to have a lot of fun, a whole lot of fun. So, I'm looking forward to meeting everybody, everybody that's been inboxing me. You're sick. I got my hotel. You're sick. I'm there. So that's great. I'm excited to meet all of you guys, each and every single one of y'all. So, once again, thank you, Martine. Thank you, Danny. Thank you, Marcos, Fatal, Rashid, Critical, the whole family, Unk. All of y'all, thank you guys for coming through. Thank you for just for showing love in that. And we're always going to be doing things, and we're going to be bringing as many things to the community as possible. And with that being said, y'all know what it is. Y'all know how it goes. Let's go.